guys, your girl Lloyd here again. To those who are new, can you please subscribe, like and share? So today I am going to talk about the why, how and the when this accident happened. But firstly, I would like to ask people to please object to this coronavirus that's happening, this disease, to heal the world in your prayers. So when did this accident happen? When did Lloyd become this new Lloyd? So it was on the 30th of July 2010, just after FIFA World Cup. It was a well-planned accident. So we were at school that day. We just started our classes for after the winter holidays. That's June in South Africa. You know, when something is meant to happen to you, you can never ever avoid it. If it's your success time, it will just be boosted. You can't avoid it. If it's time for you to get hurt, you can never avoid it. So after school, my little sister and I were at home and we're meant to go to church for choir because we liked singing. And I remember us going to my friend's house and we're like, okay, let's go to church now. We're running late. But my friend was like, wait, my mom wants to send us somewhere. So her mom said, can you please go and fetch water for us? That's when this fire happened. Why did this man do it? For those who know the importance or the value of land will understand, because business people are driven by profit. This man wanted to take our land to extend his lodge to make more profit, more money, right? So let me get to it. We went to fetch my friend's mom's water at the tap. We gave it to her. Then I said to my little sister and my friend, okay, let's go to church now, we're done. But when something is meant to happen to you and it's that time, you get a lot of distraction, you get obstacles, you get easily distracted. My little sister looks back and said, no, I can see smoke. And then my friend was like, what's happening? You know, if you have a house in villages, guys, you have what we call a controlled fire. So we're like, oh, maybe it's a controlled fire happening on the field. My friend, without even listening to us, she literally just went through the fence and started going, and we all started following. When we got to the field, there was no any fire. The fire was already off. And rumor has it that this man's plan was to kill the parents, because then the children will not have the power to fight for their land. But because God always comes in and interfere with people who want to harm you's plans, God interfered, because Jesus said, bring my children to me. So we went, and that day it's like, man, we knew something. It's like we knew something was bound to happen, because the parents were nowhere to be found. I remember my mom, I think she was at the evening classes or she was at church, but she was not at home. So there we are. We didn't even know the reason why we're going there. When we got there, some parents who were there helping to put down the fire were on their way back home, but we are going where the fire was already off. We got there, we didn't even stay. We're like, guys, there's nothing happening here. We saw the smoke, but there's nothing happening here. There's no firefighters. There wasn't any control fire. And that was ever our first time seeing fires in our life. So on our way back from the field, we see this man. Guys, I saw everything that happened because we were behind. I saw this man, he was carrying something that like a fire extinguisher. So we thought it was a fire extinguisher. There were two of them, they were talking, and one of them started following us with that what we thought was a fire extinguisher. So then my little sister was like, guys, this guy is following us. And I was like, well, maybe he was just trying to put down the fire, so maybe he's checking something, I don't know. Then the atmosphere just all of a sudden changed. The clouds were running, it's becoming dark, guys. We started running then because it was even becoming windy. When we started running, this man ran after us with that gas, and he literally cut the electric fence at the bottom, but we didn't know why he was doing it. So we were then running, looking back, running. He ran after us and he sprayed us with this gas, guys. It was the most terrible moment in my whole life. When he did that, we were in flames, we were burning. So think about it, if we were not burned by gas and it was just grass burns while going off. But this fire, guys, it was horrific. We were burning, I don't know for how many minutes, and the electric fence was on. The only way for us to escape was through that electric fence. It was, yo guys, it hit us back into the fire. We were screaming, and I handed my life to God. Like, guys, my life was over. So somehow someone had mercy and put off the electric fence. Somehow I escaped through that tiny electric fence. Still today, I can't believe how I got out, but I believe it was God's doing. But then when I got out with my friend, my little sister is screaming, and the fire is coming into the yard that we escaped into. Now I'm listening to my little sister screaming, calling my mom's name, and I started like, guys, I wanted to go back and help her, but I couldn't because the fire was coming after us as well. So we saw houses, we like, let's go and ask for help. As we walk, we see this man, the same man who was with the other one who had the gas, with contractors trying to put off the fire that was getting into his lodge. We asked for water, guys. All we wanted was water. Our skin was peeling off. We were dark. It was so sad. Like, I was like, yo God, I didn't even see my parents were dying. This man, guys, he was so cruel. His words are always in my mind. He said to those contractors, it's none of your business, let them die. I want you guys to ensure that my creatures don't get burned. So those guys were putting off the fire, and this man literally could not give us water. And that's when I saw that maybe he did it on purpose. This was his goal. However, an evil man's goal will never defeat God's plans. We started running. When we're running, our skin is peeling off. It was so painful. We found other contractors, and they were like, let's help these kids. Oh my God, before this man sees us and fire us. They took off their jerseys, and wherever they are, may God bless you guys, you really helped us. They took off their jerseys, we laid down, they put black plastic bags on us. And of course, when people came to see us, it's like we are dead. So then this other lady came driving a white bakkie, and she was like, guys, those kids want water. Let me fetch water using this man's car before he sees me. Everything happened so fast. She came, they gave us water, and we were swelling. We couldn't see anymore who's who. Then I remember my brother came, and he was literally emotional. How is he gonna explain this to his parents? And both his sisters are burned. There I'm lying, I don't know where my little sister is. All I'm thinking about is she alive. You guys, I'm trying to be brave to not cry, because this picture is literally in my mind. So I remember, I think it was him or other people who called the ambulances. My friend's mom came, and we didn't know her brother also got burned. When she came, she started calling our names because we were so swollen, and she was screaming and started crying because we are covered with plastic bags, and it's like we are dead. 5 ambulances came. That's what happened, and that's why this man did it. So my motivation to you guys is that never ever allow any situation to make you question your faith, because whatever that happens in your life, it's not your choice, but it's only to make you stronger. I went through this, and I thought it was going to be the most painful thing to live with. So this man, he think he won because he killed other children, and his goal was to kill all of us. But because God ensured that there's a witness, he gave me a second chance so that I can tell the world that yes, cruelty does exist, but it can never ever defeat God's plans for you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to talk about when I got admitted in hospital, the treatment and everything. Thank you so much. Bye.